Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Like turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it all from boom bap to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct. Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen once again. It is another episode of Knicks. Excuse me 1 second while I go ahead, Kev. Yeah. Sally, you already know what it is. Yup, gotta start off the show with a Sally, because we'll get to that in a minute. But once again, live and direct on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks N-ish channel. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Frass Task, here in the building with the Knicks N-ish channel, not limited to, but including the first lady of Knicks N-ish, Mrs. Knicks in the building. And of course, my big brother, our co-host, the one and only, Kev Rodriguez in the building. You know the vibe. Hit me with it. Thank you. Do not forget. Hold on. Let me see who's here first before I get into the rest of what we're getting into. Uncle Paulie in the building, of course. We see you. You're Matty Ice in the building. Shout out my guy Matty Ice. You already know what's popping, Matty Ice.
Matty Ice was good.
Michael
what up,
Brown.
Mike?
Michael Brown.
Man,
Salute.
Michael
What's
Brown
good? What's good with you? Welcome in. And let's not forget, everybody. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always, Karen. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure your notification bell is set to all to get all notifications of Knicks N-ish when we go live. Big brother Jimmy J1. What up, cuz? You already know the vibe. That's what I was waiting to see. Yo, my guy Marley Mall in the building. What's poppin', Marley Mall for the conglomerate. Shout out the conglomerate in the building. Y'all already know what it is. Let's talk about cardiac Knicks tonight, panel. New York Knicks win a game that shouldn't have even been this close. 121-115 against the Toronto Raptors tonight. Panel, take it away. Give me your insights.
Whew. It wasn't pretty, but we took a win, and that's all that matters, right? It definitely was cardiac Knicks. We were up by 22-23, and we let them fall back in. And I think part of that was us being tired, like we talked about last night, having to, play a hard-fought game yesterday and then travel and then pick up a game today. And that usually happens in back-to-back games where, you play good in the first half and then second half you're struggling. But we found the way to win, and that's all that matters. We hit our number today. We had 26 assists, so I'm with it. That's great. We won points in the paint, not by a lot, but we did win. And that was good. Again, we took care of the ball. We only had 11 turnovers. So that was good. Back-to-back games are always hard to win regardless of your opponent, whether they're a good team or not a good team. And so being able to pull out a win, regardless of what fashion that win is it's always good to see. We had huge games. Jalen Brunson played a hell of a game. And he had another clutch three. It's just like when it's time, he just makes it happen. Cat had a great game. Our role players had great games today. So yeah, it's a lot to be angry about giving up such a big lead, but there's a lot also to be happy about in just getting the win.
Exactly. Talk to us, Kev. Talk to us, my guy.
I
What up,
mean,
Darlene? What up,
what
sis?
up, sis?
Darling, what up,
What up,
sis?
sis? What up, sis?
Welcome in as always. Our loyal
Salute
sis,
to
Darlene in the
everybody.
building.
Salute to everybody, man. Uncle Paulie, Matty Ice, Darlene, Marlon. Salute to motherfucking Jimmy J1, my brothers. Salute to everybody, man.
Facts.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hit
Big
that like
facts.
button. Hit that like button and share for your peoples, man. So we could get to 500, please. Um,
Please. Oh,
yo,
wait, by the
listen,
way,
man.
before you continue, Kev, since you brought up the 500, don't forget, y'all, don't forget, right? When we get to 500 subscribers, Tea Time is going to do the limited edition Cats Bodega t-shirt drop. 10 shirts will be made. It is a first come, first serve basis. Do check the link down in the banner for the Shopify. That is where it will be posted. So when we get to 500 subscribers, Tea Time is going to tell you guys when he posts the exclusive drop. Okay? Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry about that.
Nah,
And
you
this is
good.
what it looks like, y'all.
There you go. Don't forget.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that sure look
we
amazing.
already showed it, so Tea Time ain't gonna feel no type of way. He already showed it. So
I want
sisters
that
is giving
orange
y'all
one.
the
Word up. I want that orange one, man. That shit look
facts.
fire, kid.
Facts.
That
I
shit
want
look
them all.
fire.
I want
So
them
get us
all.
to
I want them all.
500. Share it.
Come
Tell
on,
your
y'all.
people so subscribe. We want to put it out. We want it.
Facts.
So we need
Word.
Facts.
y'all to get us to 500 so we can get our
We could
shirt
get
and
it.
then we
Exactly.
can put it out for y'all.
Facts.
So don't think it's just us, nah I
Excuse me.
mean, pushing for y'all to get it. We kind of sources this too. As you can see, we wear the merch too. All right. So don't get it twisted. We buy the merch, we wear the merch. All right. We want it just as bad as y'all do. Trust me. But go ahead, Kev. I apologize, man.
Nah, you good, man. But yeah, man, just share the link and do what y'all do, man. Um, but yeah, man,
So,
this one. Listen, when I seen that it was a combined 64 points in the first quarter alone, that they almost scored 40 points in the first quarter alone, the Raptors. I said to myself, this is going to be a long game. This is going to be one of them games where it's going to be a high scoring game. um and y'all got to remember, they've been playing well coming into this game. They just washed up the Clippers before this game. And like I said in the
didn't we just
last,
didn't we just end their win streak? Didn't they
yeah,
have
yeah,
like a
yeah,
5 game
yeah,
win streak?
yeah, yeah. They were like 8-2 in their last 10 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but when I seen that, I said, yeah, this is gonna be a long game. And then in that second quarter, the Knicks just went on a crazy run, and they put their foot down, and before the half we was able to have a nice lead. We was controlling the game. They was playing at a pretty good pace. And then coming out the half, it was just a whole different ball game.
Flat, flat.
They came out
Yeah.
really flat. I mean, they could not knock down shots. Nothing was going their way. And everything was just going the Raptors' way. And it looked like at one point, it really looked like they was gonna win the game. Like I was really like, yo, they really like this is disastrous. Like
Uh
I'm like, yo, this is really bad the way we ending this game. If it wasn't really for Jalen Brunson knocking down that shot and putting us over the hump, like, we lucky that we was up by that much at that time, because even to end the game, like, yo, they had like 3 straight offensive rebounds, 4 straight offensive rebounds. If it wasn't for Huck Porty grabbing that last one to end the game,
Fat.
like, yo, everything was going their way. We was just we just lost that grittiness that we had in the second quarter. For some reason, I'm a land the plane so you could do your thing, Fraz. But for some reason, I'm gonna leave my man for you because I know that means a lot. So for some reason, man, shout out to the Raptors, shout out to their coach for whatever adjustments that they made at halftime, because whatever adjustments they made, man, it really like they really almost took over the game.
No, I'm sorry because I was laughing because of Darlene's comment. She said it's not fair that we get the shirt. That's what got me rolling. I apologize. First of all. Darlene got me rolling when she said that. That's why I started laughing. Yo, I'm crying right now. Darlene, you're not easy. As we say in Jamaica, Darlene, you're not easy in the Darlene. You're not easy.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, but
man.
yeah. First off,
Yeah, I agree,
shout out
man.
everybody who's here. First off, shout out everybody who here. Shout out who pulled up. Yo, we appreciate y'all very much for being here as always. Know what I mean, couple takeaways from this game. First off, let's talk about Cat for a second, right? At the end of the first half, right? I believe Cat had 20 points, 15 rebounds. You want to know how many rebounds the Raptors had in the first half? 12. Cat out rebounded these guys by himself in the first half. Period. And when I saw that, I said, okay, this looked like we're gonna have an easy game. The way Cat started off early, started scoring early, was being aggressive, going toward the basket, and he was clearing the balls. They was only getting one shot on offense. It wasn't no second chance opportunities. You understand? It got to the second half, and we got tired. We got gassed. You know what I'm saying? Team got gas. You could see it in the team. It was gas. Josh Hart started out flat, but the way he finished the game was crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Because out of nowhere, he just started stuffing the stat sheet. And I was like, all right, we good now. Because it's a little shaky when Josh Hart doesn't have any stats going into the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Where usually this guy is putting up near triple-double numbers every night. I'm gonna mention him for Sis because Sis wants me to mention him tonight. Precious Achua tonight. All right, 17 points off of the benchy bench. You know what I'm
Career.
saying?
That was a
This
season high, right? Season high.
yes, season high for Precious. 17 off the bench. You know, it's like we all been
Shout out
saying.
to my man,
This was
bro.
another key signing in the off season. We needed to re-sign him to keep stability and to have some level of production still off the bench. Mitty McKell, all right? Let me say Mitty McKell tonight. Because if you watch the game, like I was watching, you saw a lot of Mitty McKell tonight in the mid-range. He was getting to his spot, and he was hitting his shot tonight. He even hit that little Dirk Nowitzki shot off of one leg, right? And that got my attention. I was like, yeah, he's looking for his shot. Yeah, Sis, pull it up. This is what I'm talking about right here, y'all. He's setting up Pirtle. I mean, that guy, sorry. And then boom, hits him with the Dirk Nowitzki. You feel me? Like, this is what we need more of from McKell, right? This is his game. This is McKell. This is the staple of Mitty McKell's game, right? We need him to dominate the mid-range as many games as he can, all right? It sets us up in the long run. And the other key thing I wanted to mention was two key things I wanted to mention before I land the plan. Did y'all notice that this game both teams did not shoot very well from the 3-point line?
Right.
Both teams were horrible from three, which means that the inside baskets was the name of the game this game. And you saw the Knicks again find a way to win without hitting the 3-pointer. This is going to be very important for us going forward into the playoffs. Very important. All right. What else do I want to bring up real quick?
Your man's in them, son.
Oh, I'm getting to him. No,
Okay,
I'm just making sure I hit everything. I make sure I hit
Okay.
everything before I get to my mans. All right. So I got two.
All right.
I lied. I got two more
Because
things.
you said
and
you
I'm
was
and
gonna
I'm
land the plane, so I'm like, wait a minute.
That's why I said I lied. I take it back. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. You got it, Kev. You got it. I'm taking it back. I lied. There's one more thing I need to add in before I get to the last thing. All right. The second game in a row that Jalen Brunson took over the game when he needed to. All right. We were struggling in the fourth quarter. Toronto went on a 12-0 run toward the end of the fourth before the game ended. If it wasn't for Brunson taking over and hitting that, 5-7 points, we would have lost this game. Play the clip for me, sis. This was a key basket right here. Brunson setting up off the screen. Hits the three. Wham! And he hits the three. This was a key basket and killing it.
Let's show it again. It was so nice.
Show it
You
again.
gotta show it twice.
Look at how he set it up.
But look, he shot it right on the A. You saw that right on the A.
The shiftiness. The shiftiness of Jalen Brunson. Just go be able to
crispy,
bring it back to the other side. And nothing but butter from three. All right.
Yeah,
this is why,
bro.
Yes, Darlene. I was just about to get to that. This is why he is Captain Clutch. He is our captain. He's the leader. Oh, my bad. You want me to? Yeah.
What he does now, like it's flying.
Yeah. I think he added he added something to it because I think campaign must have hit him in the head like, yo, why don't you add this to it? And now he's doing, what up, Wilton? What up, bro?
Wilton, welcome in, welcome
you, my
in.
brother. Appreciate
and
you.
Of course,
follow us on the YouTube, Wilton. Subscribe.
And of course, the last thing I'm gonna land the plane with. Did y'all see my boy Ariel Huckporty out there on that court tonight?
Yes.
Where's my boy King S? Yo, hold up. And let me say this before I continue. Shout out my guy King S. He know what it is. He know how many times me and him have had talks about this. Kev even know how many times we talked about this because he was in on calls where King S jumped in on the call and we was having this discussion about Ariel Huckporty. Look at the defense Ariel Huckporty played tonight. Give me the clip, sis.
On Scotty Barnes too, man. That was
give me a clip, sis.
To end, I think it was to end.
Tenacious.
Yo, that's
how you want your guys playing.
Listen, can I tell you something though? It's situations like that. It's situations like that that'll go and earn you more minutes, bro.
Facts. And the way he defended Scotty Barnes reminded me a lot of Mitch early on. Like the way he like his footwork, especially like guarding him behind that 3-point line and how he wasn't jumping and going for the fake. That's how Mitch was. Remember early on in Mitch, first couple of seasons, he was one of the better shot blockers behind the 3-point.
Yeah.
And just seeing, him play, it just gave me those flashbacks. So having two of those guys on our team, man.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you, man, like he didn't get faked out. He looked real poised from like what a difference from today from last night. You know what I mean? Last night I think he had 4 or 5 fouls or something like that.
Yeah, he had like 4. He had like 4 fouls yesterday.
Really quick.
But quick though.
But quick. So I think that I like the way he adjusted from one game to the next.
But like with him, I think it's also like you don't want to put him in a game against what's his name that we played yesterday, the white guy.
Shangun?
Sandun.
No.
Shangun?
The other one.
Steven Adams. I'm sorry.
Steven Adams. Like that's a tough cover for someone who hasn't played games, right? So you wanna get him minutes where it's not such a hard cover. Like today, they don't really have a big, so he could, do his thing and get his feet wet. Because you can never expect any player, not only him, just to come in without playing, however many games he ain't play no minutes and then be effective. Like we've seen it with Deuce, we've seen it with Sims. They get better the more time they have on the court. And I think today showed that. Those little bit of minutes he played yesterday, he showed a lot. He showed a lot more poise today. And it looked better.
Well, not only that, you gotta remember, being that Precious, I think Precious started this game. So he stepped in. So he stepped into Precious's bench role, and he basically was the first big off the bench this time around. And he got most of the minutes for the big men off the bench tonight because Ariel Huckporty played almost 19 minutes this game. So he basically got Precious's minutes that Precious normally would get when Precious is on the bench when we're starting OG.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But the thing about this game, and you guys hit it on the head, the thing about this game, his defense was better. He hit all 3 of his shots that he took. Let's not forget that, because that's another important thing. He was getting touches on the offensive end, and he capitalized on all his opportunities. You understand? And
I
then
think they hit him with 2 lobs, right?
a couple of lob dunks, and he did have 5 rebounds as well as 2 assists to go along with the 3 baskets, the 6 points. So
Right.
it's like I've said about Ariel Hukporty before. Y'all know I'm like a broken record when it comes to Ariel Hukporty here at Knicks N-ish. All right, let's be real. Y'all hear me all the time say it. When this guy gets it together, he gets on that floor. I'm telling you, the NBA is really about to be on notice, y'all. The Knicks is about to make a run, y'all. I really feel this, y'all. I'm not even saying this to be funny. I really feel the Knicks can make a run if we get guys like Hukporty on the page and playing well throughout. I'm telling you, Knicks have won 6 of their last 7 because of this. All right?
Yeah. What up, Joey? What's going on, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Go New York. Go
Salute.
New York.
Welcome in.
Go.
That's a
What's
fact.
goody?
That's a fact. Welcome in.
Appreciate you,
Welcome
my
in.
guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I land the plane at that point. I'm good. I said enough about Ari. I want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad. I'm marvelous right now.
Nah,
You
but
My
like
God,
a proud daddy today.
facts,
Yeah.
big facts. Hold on,
Nah, but
big
listen.
facts, because my boy needs to get more playing time, man. My boy's gonna be a valuable piece moving forward. Oh, that's what I forgot to say. Y'all see how good they was playing together, him and Towns, right? Y'all see how good him and Towns played together tonight, right? Get ready. It's gonna happen even more. And when it does, the NBA better watch out. I'm telling y'all.
Listen,
Telling y'all.
I really think he came in and bulldozed Jericho Sims for his minutes, bro. I think and y'all know how I feel about Jericho. You know that's my guy, but I think we've seen the end of Jericho.
I said it, man.
This is like deja vu, because this is what Deuce did to Quentin Grimes.
Big facts. Big facts. He basically played him out of the rotation, and that's basically what you see happening now.
So I think.
Wait, I take that back, because we can't even say played him out of the rotation for this scenario, because he hasn't had enough of the rotation to play in for us to say he kind of got played out. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that he hasn't had the time on the court to show. He hasn't shown in the time on the court that, you know what I mean? Let's say it like that. You know what I mean?
Yo, Paulie, that's a fact, man. Like Cat and Mitch is gonna be, to me. I listen, man. Like a lot of people like to downgrade, like to down Mitch, like he's not a problem, you know.
Wait. Uncle Paulie, I got another one for you, Uncle Paulie. I bet nobody thought about this. It ain't just Cat and Mitch and Ariel Hukporty and Cat. Don't forget, what about Hukporty and Mitch together at the same time? Ooh. Did we think about that?
I don't know, because he could play the full Hukporty.
If he shows some more offense, right? And I know Sis is concerned, and I'm gonna tell you Sis is concerned right now. That's how you know us. We are all one accord here, right? Ariel Hukporty got to show me more of an offensive bag to get to that point. All right. Because when you have somebody like Cat who has that offense, and you can put a Mitch or a Hukporty with Cat, and we're fine. But to have Ariel and Mitch, one of them got to score. You understand what I'm saying?
I would prefer
one of them got to score.
Cat, and then Precious and Hukporty coming off the bench together.
Okay.
So it's the same type of lineups, but I wouldn't put Mitch and Hukporty together, because both of them right now, as is, offensively are alley-oop guys, right? We don't need that. We need a 4 that can score. Precious can score as well as Cat, right? Not as well as, but he can score in the 4 position. So I think having those 2 lineups that's scary because Huckporty and Precious is just a mini Mitch and Cat.
Yeah. And honestly, if we're real about it, I think Huckporty scores a little bit more offensively than Mitch does. And just talking in terms of
if given the opportunity,
you know what I'm saying. Now, basically, what I'm saying is, if they had the same amount of minutes in the game, I would think Ariel Huckporty would score more in that same amount of time than Mitch would. Mitch would probably have more rebounds and more blocks, but Ariel would have more points. Let's be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, remember having Mitch and Ariel together will kind of clog up the paint a little bit. So it will clog it up for everyone else. So we need someone that's going to bring it out. And Precious, although he be in the paint too, he can shoot the 3.
But he spaces the floor a lot more than
and he'll space the floor.
Huckporty does. Yeah, definitely.
I think we have good backups in case anything goes wrong.
Exactly.
So we're in a good situation when it comes to that.
Hey guys, real quick before we continue, let me take this time out to say, don't forget everybody, press like for your favorite panel, y'all. Sharon as always, Karen. You know what I mean? Let's not forget.
Go
ahead,
man.
y'all. Go ahead.
Minnesota's looking sad out here, B.
Wait.
That's right, Uncle Paulie.
real quick before we continue, y'all see they talking about trading Julius Randle to Atlanta. Real quick. It's crazy, right? But sis, I know you had a couple of things you wanted to talk about, so go ahead. You can take over real quick. You know what I
mean? I don't know. I think we could talk about Cat. He had a great game. He had 27 points and 20 rebounds. This is the 5th time that he's done it this season, having 20 rebounds in a game. And that's huge. That's huge for a 4 that's not even playing with our best rebounder on the team.
Excuse me.
Right.
Well,
I think is he still number 1 in rebounding?
Who?
Oh, Cat.
Cat is he still number 1? I can't. My phone died, so I can't.
Hold on, I got you.
He got to be top 5 in rebounding. I mean, he has to be already.
I got you. I got it. Cat is 2nd in the league in rebounding. He averages 13 and a half. No, Sabonis. Remember, Sabonis is the king of the rebound. Joker is actually behind Karl Anthony Towns in rebounds.
Oh shit.
Joker is 3rd. Cat is 2nd. Sabonis is number 1 in rebound. But I remember, right? Y'all remember this, right? Where everybody said, "Oh, who's gonna rebound the ball when Hartenstein left?"
Right.
Yeah, I remember that, right? Now look.
And you know what it is that we bought into what the media told us, right? The media told us Cat was soft. The media told us that Cat couldn't rebound or he wasn't a good rebounder. We didn't watch him enough outside of when he played the Knicks to make a true to talk truly on him, right? And so now we see it firsthand of what he's giving us. And maybe he didn't give it to Minnesota. I don't know. I don't watch Minnesota games. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't give it to them, but he's giving it to us. And so, I mean, I'm very happy with the pickup. I mean, I don't remember Julius giving us 20 rebounds consistently. I'm just saying.
Oh,
nah. I mean, he was averaging like close to 10 rebounds, but 15 to 20, I don't remember much of that.
Yeah, right. Like, when was the last time you seen a New York Knicks averaging rebounds like this?
Wait a minute. I think he had 20 and 15 in the first half. He did.
I said that.
That was the first
time. Yeah, what's that stat, Kev? Go ahead.
That was the first time he did that, I think, since 2018. That I think it's him. He's 1 and 2, and then I forget the last 3 that was on the list.
It was, because I have it here on my computer. It was Cat tonight, Cat in 2019, Dwight
Oh,
Howard in
2019.
2018,
Yep,
Okay.
2019. Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins 2015, LaMarcus Aldridge in 2013, and Kevin Love in 2010.
Right. So that was the first time since 2019. You corrected me. Thank you.
Yep.
My bad.
You're good.
But nah,
Yeah,
man, like,
come
yo,
on.
listen, that's why the trade was made.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah,
Facts.
that's why the trade was made, bro. You know, for
Listen,
for for what we're getting right now. And I think the thumb is starting to get better. You can see that he knocked down that shot. He looked pretty comfortable shooting that shot. And if you want to play it
yeah,
again, he looked real comfortable shooting that shot. So hopefully, the thumb is starting to get better and it's starting to heal up. Let's see.
Yeah.
yeah. Here I'm gonna give y'all here since we was talking about that rebound stat. Cat has a 65% rebound chance rate, meaning Cat grabs 65% of the boards he goes after.
Which is pretty good.
Which is that's excellent. That's basically 2/3 of the rebound chances he has. He gets them.
Hmm.
No, that's a fact.
You understand?
But let's
So
talk about. We're not talking about how him and Precious start. Well, Precious got the start today,
yeah,
Hmm.
Precious got the
right?
start today.
And he filled up the stat sheets.
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely,
I think
definitely.
he has 17 points, 8 rebounds,
2 assists, 3 steals,
3 steals, two
2 blocks,
blocks.
and
Like my
shot
man,
63% from the field, 7 for
that's what I'm
11.
saying, son. Like my man Precious is like, yo, for for
Yep.
for a year and 5 mil, man, that's a fucking steal, bro. That's the
Facts.
perfect
Listen.
backup. That's a perfect backup. Hold on. That's a perfect backup to have on your team, bro.
I'm just saying, when the trade happened, I told Kev we good on that one.
Right,
Uh,
yo, it was
Yo,
a steal.
everybody was hyped about OG, and me and Kev were like, wait, he used to kill the Knicks.
Yes.
Precious used to
hmm
kill the Knicks.
He used to give us problems, bro.
Yo,
And
I remember before the trade even happened. Yes, I was the one more advocate on OG, but when they started talking about Precious, it was like, okay, now I need to look into this guy because,
he used
yo,
to give
Pre-
Julius Randle fits, man.
Fitz, Fitz. Like we
Yeah, I
said,
remember
no,
that
no,
shit.
y'all don't understand how. The reason why I say it so adamantly, right, is because me and Kev sat and watched footage of this shit for at least an hour,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
He was cooking Julius almost all the time, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Like it was like, yo, Julius couldn't even really do nothing with Precious. I was like,
Ah, man. And
now
listen,
I see why we went after him.
the fact that he added the three, I always tell y'all. I know at first, and Miss Nix was like, "Nah, I
Nah,
don't want him
what?
shooting no more than two threes a game." You know,
Huh?
but yo, listen, your man worked on his three. You could see it.
You could
You
tell,
know, you
absolutely
could
could tell.
tell. And he's knocking them shots down like we need him to. Like I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I stay playing with the Knicks on 2K. And I hit
Facts.
like at least three
Facts.
threes with Precious, bro.
No, okay.
I be
Hit the
hitting
Shelly,
like
man.
three,
Pass
three.
me
Yo,
the pack, man. Pass me the pack, man.
there you go, bro.
Yeah.
There you go, bro.
Pass me the pack.
It's important for him to keep playing like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because
listen,
for getting that type of production coming off the bench, it's gonna be important coming down the stretch, bro.
Hmm.
guys. Do you not see that the efficiency of all our players, not just our stars, it's not just our stars anymore now, y'all. It's even the role players is now picking up the efficiency and playing at a higher level. Did y'all not see we shot 50% from the field tonight for the whole game? The whole game. Not one quarter, not half a game, the whole game. You know what that means? That means the Knicks was very efficient tonight. They were very efficient tonight. other than campaign with his 1 for 5, pretty much everybody else was 40% or better from the field.
Yeah.
So
Nah, listen, man.
understand the level of efficiency is going up at the Garden, man. We loving it right now.
I just think that I know that fatigue could play a little bit into it, but ending games is something that we need to, especially against team like the Raptors. I know they were playing well coming into this game, but I felt like you know giving up that lead was not, that kind of hurt us going down the stretch.
hmm
Hmm.
you know what it is, and I think you know what I think needs to happen in Knicks camp. I think Knicks camp need to run some drills, right? They need to run some drills for situations like this at the end of games where the guys is tired and they find a way to work through it. I think if the team runs more drills like that, I think it will help condition the guys for these back to backs and better condition them for games like this coming moving forward. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Because there's got to be.
I think they just were tired. I think our break, the reason they got into the game is because defensively we took our foot off the pedal. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, offensively we weren't making shots, but if we would have played better defense down the stretch, we still could have beat them by a bigger margin.
No,
Um,
I don't disagree
we
at
did
all. I just
everything.
think,
We let them do everything that we did to them in the second quarter.
yeah,
Right.
I don't disagree at all with you, sis. I just think we just need to be better prepared for these type of situations playing through these back to backs. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen it in the past where the Knicks just go absolutely flat on a back half of a back to back. Remember last year with New Orleans, what happened? We was absolutely flat in the New Orleans on that back to back. They just
Hmm.
literally ran us out the gym that night. Y'all remember?
Yep.
We talked about it. They ran us out the gym that night last year because of the back to back. They was tired. Like it's got to be some kind of conditioning that we can do with the guys to have them at least better prepared for these type of situations moving forward. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree.
sis, I
Listen,
know you got a couple. I know y'all got a couple things y'all wanted to talk about. So
uh,
Um,
uh,
I don't know. I think we hit everything.
no, when Robinson comes back, Deuce and Shamit will have less minutes. Let's see.
probably,
I think Deuce is. I don't think Deuce is gonna lose much minutes. I mean, he's always the like first guy or second guy coming off the bench most of the time.
yeah.
You know, and because Tibbs loves how his defense. And low key, you got to remember he just came back from that injury, so he's still trying to get back to what he was from the beginning of the season. But he do be hitting some clutch 3-point shots sometimes for us. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hell yeah.
Even though sometimes I know you said that he be slacking, but sometimes when we need him to hit a shot, and it don't necessarily have to be a 3-point shot. Sometimes it just be a regular 2-point, or he go to the cup, do something that nobody expects him to do. Um
Yeah.
but I do think I do agree with Philip that Shamit might be the odd man out, not Deuce. Deuce is he's gonna get his minutes, bro. He's
Yeah,
gonna get his minutes.
I
Hmm.
think Deuce is gonna get his minutes as well.
Yeah.
Only and especially because he's the more reliable backup point guard that we have. Um, I I like Campaign. I really like him. He's a great vet to have on this team.
Yeah,
His
yup.
aura matches us, and when he's on, he's on. But he's not as consistent as Deuce. And even though Deuce is struggling right now offensively, he's still a threat. Teams already know he will shoot that three if you leave him open.
Who's
Um,
that, Deuce?
yeah, Deuce.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Campaign, he'll also shoot it, but he shoots some threes where I'm like, bruh,
Erratic.
What the
erratic.
fuck are you
Like
doing?
like that one sequence where he shot the three, right? We got the offensive
Got the
rebound,
rebound.
and then he went and shot the three at the sidelines. Like, bro, why, bro? Like, why did you
Yes.
do that? And I love his energy. I love what Cam brings to this team. And I forgot to mention, I'm glad you mentioned him, sis, because he is like the second guy to come off. Him and Deuce are always one and two coming
Hmm.
off the bench.
I don't know.
So
Pressure's been getting one lately though.
But
On
that's
a lot of
because
nah,
these
OG.
well,
games.
That's because OG's been hurt.
yeah,
Nah, pressure's been
but
starting because of OG though. I'm talking about before OG was out. Tibbs was running Precious and Deuce 1 and 2 off the bench a lot of those games before OG went out.
I'm saying like he
Yes,
played
but they're
he
the
played
first guards coming off.
Yeah, the
right, but
first guys coming out is definitely Deuce and Cam. Yeah.
he definitely plays Deuce and Cam before anybody though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's Precious because it's different positions or whatever like that. But um um you know, I just think that sometimes Cam, like, his decision making or his shot making sometimes just be like, "Ugh, come on, bro. Like, you a better player than that." You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah.
doing that. I think he's a better player. I think he should know by now. For He's a vet, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he'll probably see this and be like, "Man, shut your ass up." But but
Shut
at the
your bitch
same
ass
time,
up.
like, I'm sure he could do better than that, man.
Yeah.
Wait. Sis, throw that comment back up there from Michael Brown.
Yeah, but
Deuce be focusing on offense. What you
set
mean?
up on steals and
I think this season he's more focused than he's ever been offensively.
That's a fact. I
There's
agree.
plenty of games where he's actually very aggressive with the basketball, but there are
D-
games where he looks like he's more focused on defense. Um,
yep.
but still, he's still a threat offensively, and teams know it. You can see how how they defend him. That they see him as a threat offensively. I think they know they leave him open. He's gonna take the shot, and those are the shots that usually go in the clutch. Because he's had yesterday he had a big one. Today he had a big one right before Jalen's three,
3 pointer.
where it's
Yeah.
just like, regardless of how bad he's been shooting, those are going in. Um, but it's still, I mean, you want them to shoot because they're shooters, right? But regardless of the fact, their defender can't lead them because they're a threat, whether their shots are going in or not. And so if their defender can't lead them, then it leaves opportunities for Jalen and Cat and Macau to go off.
was shaking live. Appreciate you, bro.
LV, what up,
But
LV?
Philip, man. Like, I ain't mad at Deuce for going for that dunk. If you look at it, he had the lane. He had the
Oh.
lane to take it. It's not like he tried to force something, a bad shot or a bad 3-point shot. No, he had the clear lane. If you look at that play, right, and I know exactly what play you're talking about. If you
Mm-hmm.
look at that play, he had the whole entire lane to himself until Money came in and blocked the shot. But I'm not mad at him for trying to be a playmaker at that point, and I'm pretty sure Tibbs gives him the green light to do whatever he wants.
Wait.
I think that Deuce earned the right to be able to have the green light and shoot his shot or take it to the cup whenever possible, because we've seen him doing it. We've seen him tons and tons of time doing it this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at him for taking it to the lane and trying to
But
get a poster, but sometimes you're not gonna get one. It's not
hold
gonna
on,
go your
hold
way
on.
all the time.
Let me talk to Philip for a second, man. Yo, Philip, man. What would you rather him do? Take a wild 3 point shot? I'd rather him drive into the basket anyway. Like we always say that over here. Like, you want your guys thinking inside first. Why? It's the easier percentage shot. That's just how basketball is. You know what I'm saying? I always welcome Deuce going up. Get used to it. He's gonna go for at least 1 or 2 a game. You get used to it. Deuce has been
Yeah.
going for these bangers. He's been going for these bangers.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If Deuce see that lane, he going up. Deuce ain't no slouch. If Deuce see that lane, he's going up. Simple as that. I'm
Nah,
telling
and
you.
I ain't mad. I mean, look, which
You're
game
not.
was
It's
it?
not a.
Which game was it that he took it to the cup? I think Tyler Kolek hit him going to the basket and he posterized somebody.
Is that the or no? It wasn't Orlando game. It was one
It
of the
was
games at the
recently.
Garden.
It was recently.
Yes, I know. It just happened. I'm trying to think. Hold on.
I forgot
Let me
what
look
game
through
it
there.
was,
If
man.
I
Like
look
he
at the
took it to
scores, I
the
should know.
yo. He cut to the basket and Tyler Kolek hit him cutting to the basket and he posterized somebody. Yo, that was crazy. So listen, man. If you could do it, do it. Go for it. And as a matter of fact, man, Deuce earned that.
Wait, was that the
Yo,
Sacramento game?
I think so.
Was that the Sacramento game?
I think so. I think so. I can't remember which game it was. It was in these last 5 games, somewhere in between. I'm not too sure which game that was. But that was a great block on Deuce, bro. Dude saw him cut into the basket and come to the
Oh,
cut,
wait,
and he
wait.
did
I
what he was
know what it
supposed to do.
was. I
He did what he was
apologize.
supposed to
I
do.
was about to say it was the Memphis game. I knew it. I was just about to
Oh,
say
dang it.
Memphis game. The Memphis
Hold up,
game.
yeah. Let's rewind. Let's see if that it was.
Get
It's not
used to
letting me.
it.
They
I
not letting
seen
me.
it. I seen it. Let's go.
Hold
Look
on.
at
Let's
that.
see. Let's see.
What do you
But
mean?
why they
They
not
had to
letting
pick.
me show it, man?
Nah, they had to pick OG up off the ground. How OG was celebrating that dude's dunk, boy. They had to pull OG off the ground. It was crazy. He had the Garden electrified after that dunk. Wait, wasn't that
Yo, I'm
dunk on
telling
Jared
you.
Jackson?
I don't know who it was on, but that shit
It
was
was one
crazy.
of them, either him or Aldama. I forgot who it was, but he just went right up. Like, yo, listen, Philip, hear me out, Philip. Escúchame, Philip. He's going up for a dunk every time he got the lane, right? If do see the lane, he's going for the dunk, bro. It is no, you
Word, bro.
understand? He's
Like
going for it, bro. He's
it's
going.
not like yo, bro. It's not like the lane had like 3, 4 people right there.
One
No,
person.
the lane was wide open, and dude just seen him. And he was right there, and blocked the shot, man. Like I ain't mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that at all.
It's a tattoo.
Tato.
Yeah.
Man,
Chulo
man.
sabe, man. Chulo
Now you gotta
sabe,
hit him with
man.
the ya tú sabes.
Ya tú
Ya tú
sabes.
sabes. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't
Yo,
think Phil. Yo, I don't think Tibbs be doing that, bro. Everybody got this thing that Tibbs just
conspiracy
be.
theory.
Yeah, like
Conspiracy theory.
he
Let's
like he
call
be
that.
screaming at people, and I don't think it's that way, bro. Especially not to Deuce, man. That's his guy right there, bro.
Nah.
I ain't gonna. Go ahead, Fred.
What people forget is this. I tell everybody who has a question about Tibbs and how he coaches, go back to the Roommates podcast, watch the episode where they brought Tommy T in, and let Tommy T tell you out of his own mouth about how he deals with the players. Pause. All right? Because at the end of the day, everybody has this misconstrued image of Tommy T like he's not this down to earth, chill kind of guy. He is.
Mhm.
Is he rough around the edges? Yes. Tibbs has been rough. Look at some of the coaches that Tibbs has coached under and with. We're talking about some Hall of Fame names. We're talking about top tier coaches Tibbs has coached with. Of course, he has a certain demeanor and a certain about himself. You understand? But the problem is everybody thinks he's just this coach who wants to yell at the players, who's not down to earth. Nah, he wants to get players down to business when it's time to get down to business. That's just how Tibbs has been. You know what I'm saying? Like Tibbs is not this all the way stuck up guy. We saw it. Listen, like I said, go watch the episode of the podcast where they brought Tommy T on because that was another thing everybody was saying about how Tommy T running guys under the ground. Even Josh Hart told y'all, I'm fine playing with these minutes. And Tommy T even said, "Listen, I asked the guys, you good? You want to go? You want to go somewhere?" They say, "Yeah, I'm gonna put them in. If they don't, then I'm gonna put somebody else in." That's all I gotta say about that. And don't forget as well, guys, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always, Karen. Y'all know the vibes, man.
Facts.
Um,
Well, we're pushing up
uh,
on the hour, so we
I
could.
was just about to say,
Yo, shout out to
what's the
Pete
next game?
Duggar. Shout out
So
to
the
Pete
next
Duggar. Shout out
game,
Oh,
to
I know what it is. I know what it is. Don't tell me. I
Boston.
was just about to say, it's Jason
Woo!
Tatum. We're going to
Listen,
Boston,
man.
guys. Get ready. Saturday, we are in Boston at the TD Garden. P. Duggar in the building. We see you. Salute. Saturday, we are in the TD Garden to play the Boston Celtics, the defending champs. Guys,
No, we in
give
New
me.
York. They coming to
Oh,
us.
I'm sorry. You're right. I looked at it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're home. I'm sorry. We're at the
The
Garden.
damn minute police. We was just talking about the minute
Yo,
police
so
today, Paulie. I was going, yo, shout out to my man, shout out to my guy,
Uncle.
Prefer. He down with the minute police.
Yeah, he is, man.
He down with the minute police. Me and him was debating about that today. Shout out to him. But yeah, man, the minute police. They only come out when we lose. When we win, they don't say
Hmm.
nothing.
All right,
You know,
so being that we got Boston coming to the Garden on Saturday night, yeah, and we got a couple of days rest in between. We got a few days to rest. What's your takeaways from this game? What's going to be the important things that we need to do to win this game? Talk to me, guys.
I think is watching their benches, man. You know, in this game alone, the Raptors, I think they had like 50 plus points off the bench.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Check the stat, but I think they had
All
like
right, there.
50 to 17
What?
Raptors. And then in that
Mm,
Houston game,
Ooh, excuse me.
I think it was 50 to something.
16, 11. Where's the calculator?
Let me see.
They have 51 bench points today.
51 bench points today. And then Houston had, I think last night, the Houston bench had like 40 something.
Mm,
So, I think that's gonna be key for us, because Boston got a nice bench. They got a
mm-hmm.
pretty good solid bench. So, it's just that, our bench guys gotta give us that same kind of energy, as they been doing lately. Um Play better defense, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have the lead, don't cough it up. This is the Boston Celtics. We're not playing the Toronto Raptors. If we give up a 20-point lead, we losing this game. We might get washed up actually if we lose a lead like that. Um the first game, I know when we played in Boston, it was just the first game. We were still new. Nobody, they still had to figure things out. So we had just gotten Cat. He still was brand new to the system, and I think now
And
with
they couldn't miss a damn shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were making shots left and right. Like there was nothing the Knicks could do in that game, for us to even try to come back. But as long as we play with the same energy we've been playing as of late, these last 6, 7 games, I think we should be fine. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see if this is the game where if this is the game OG come back to. I'm curious.
I don't think so. I'm gonna
I
agree
I
with Uncle Paulie. He said it too. I think honestly, I don't know if he's going to be out a month. I would hold OG out at least until after All Star break, because you don't want that type of injury to
Nah,
linger,
I agree.
and
I
we need
agree.
him down the stretch. If needing him down the stretch to me is more important than him playing against fucking Boston right now. I don't give a damn. We could lose as long as he healthy down the stretch.
Yo,
um,
but you know, I only
but we
say that,
never
right?
know, right? Because they still have him listed as day to day. So
Right. They had him questionable for today.
yeah, so you never know. I mean, they said it's a mild sprain. Nothing showed up on the MRI. Nothing showed up on the X-ray. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, if he does play and he's healthy, that's beneficial to us because we need wing defenders against Boston. But if he's not close to 100%, I say hold him out. It's not even worth it. We take the loss if we lose, and we on to the next one as long as he's healthy come the end of the end of the road this season.
Well, the only reason why I said that was because you remember how he was injured in that playoff game against Indiana, and he came back hurt, trying to
Right.
So that's the only reason why I said that. And plus, I also thought about him being they got him like questionables. Like every game is like questionable day to day, so you never
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen.
Nah,
But
it's just because you got to understand they have to give him an injury designation. If he
Right.
has an
yeah, I
injury,
know that.
he
I know that.
has to get a designation. So they're going to
Yeah,
give
for
him the
sure.
least one as possible, even though he may not play, because it's still a chance he
Yeah,
can play
definitely, Uncle
technically.
Paulie. I agree.
If I may, real quick, first of all, shout out my guy King S. He finally pulled up. You already know what it is, my guy. We gotta at least contain one of the top two guys on Boston. We can't have Tatum and Brown both going off on us. One of them got to get contained, right? To agree with the rest of the panel, we definitely got to stop the bench. There's a couple of guys that I won't name for purposes of sis not killing me tonight,
Derek
but
White
there are.
being one of them.
I ain't name them, so as long as sis don't get mad at me, I'm good. Cause I
I'm
ain't
just
name them.
saying, y'all know I'm superstitious.
I understand,
And
sis.
Pete, since we stopped saying names, those guys have stopped going off on us. I'm just saying.
I mean,
We know who we
maybe.
talking about. We just won't say names.
Well, let's not forget we do have Knicks players that watch Knicks and Ish, so they could be getting some of the inside information from us as well. Not even being funny, Ask Deuce, he knows, he watches us, right, Deuce? You know what it is, Deuce. But anyway, like I said, we can't have both stars going off on us this game. We gotta contain one of them, and we gotta keep the bench under wraps. You can't have the bench players coming in dropping double digit points on us in this game. We got to contain their bench and we got to score with them. Our chemistry is up from when we played them first game of the season. So I highly doubt that they just gonna try and just run us out of the gym. I don't think the Knicks is just gonna just let them run us out of the gym like that, especially off of 3 days of rest. I don't think so.
Bless
The
you.
key to playing Boston, and most teams know, you have to start out well against
Thank you.
Boston.
Sorry.
If you don't, yeah, bless you, Kev, my bad. If you don't start out well against Boston, it's ugly for you by halftime. Let's be real. So again, a good starting first quarter is a key to this game. Knicks got to come out and play their game early. We got to be consistent early, make our baskets, play defense early, defend the 3-point line, like Jimmy J once said earlier in the comments. That is the other key thing. As long as they not shooting 10 of 18 from three, we good. You understand? We gonna have a chance as long as they're not shooting 10 to 18 for three. Them threes help them get a big lead early. And as long as we can contain that and stay in the game with them, I think the Knicks can beat Boston, just like
Hmm.
we've beat anybody else, and we can play with anybody else.
Yep. I mean, I think we need to control the pace of the game. We can't let
Yeah.
them get out of control. I think the key to us winning, other than playing defense, is going to be our assists. The more we move the ball and force them to defend, the more efficient we're going to be. We hit 30 assists against Boston, we're going to win that game. Um,
This
Move the
got a good
ball,
point.
cut to the basket. I think Cat is due for a good game, and I think KP will be a good victim. That's all I'm saying.
Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, we need our get back, man, because we need our get back, bro.
Remember, we still got 2 more games after Saturday with Boston. So this is just the beginning of us playing against Boston. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
And I think
Um,
we need that momentum going into Indiana the next game after that. Because Indiana has been on a roll lately.
yeah,
Um,
I
so
know you don't. I know you don't want to name names, sis, but I ain't gonna lie. Pascal Siakam has been on one.
I'm just saying, your girl gonna be in the building in Indiana.
Ah,
So the Knicks better show out.
live from Indiana. Hopefully, we could get some kind of post game from sis in Indiana. Hopefully,
Thanks, for sure.
I'm not making that a definite yet. This is just an idea. So don't
Yeah, right,
let's
right.
not carry it
But
away, guys.
nah, I mean, I think these are games that are important games for us. And if we could just build one game after the next, the momentum, you don't
Now,
want to just
guys.
fall off.
Now, guys, remember. Also, remember, we play Boston twice in 15 days. We play them Saturday and we play them again on the 23rd in Boston.
Hmm.
Sis ain't lying. This next 7 games is a key stretch. You have Boston twice. You have Indiana. You have Atlanta. You have Chicago, even though they don't have Zach LaVine no more. They still have a good team. You
Yeah,
have Cleveland. And you have Philly, even though we ain't worried about Philly
and
like
then
that.
Memphis,
But
and then the Heat,
exactly.
and
But
then the
See what I'm
listen,
Warriors,
saying?
and then the
listen,
And
listen,
then
Lakers.
the West
but
Coast
listen,
swing.
but listen. Like,
Go ahead, Kev.
let's talk about how a lot of people doubted us these last 7 games, especially with the teams that we played in the West. You
Hmm.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we wasn't supposed to win most of them games, and I think we only lost one.
Yeah,
I
we only
said
did
four.
lose one.
I
Yeah,
said 4-1, and the Lakers was the loss,
you know what I'm
right?
saying. So
Did y'all did y'all hear that on Knicks N-ish?
Hmm.
Didn't y'all hear it on Knicks N-ish? I said 4-1, and the Lakers game was the loss. And lo and behold, the parlay Lord was right again.
Yeah, but it is important just to win as many as we
Many
can. I mean,
games,
we
yes,
have
yes.
to we have to um, build the momentum to continue to beat these teams.
I want to
Because, like
quote,
Philip said, we have the hardest schedule left,
yes.
and so we need to grind it out. And this is why I'm not mad at games like today, and I'm not mad at games like the other night, not last night, the night before, where
Mhm.
we had to grind out because these teams that we're going to be playing are championship contending teams,
Right,
playoff teams,
right.
and these games aren't going to be easy. And regardless
Not
of
at
how
all.
easy or difficult the game is, we have to find a way to claw out, and we've been
Yo,
doing it, and we need to
yo,
continue to do it.
Yo, our
guys,
last 5 games, our last what?
seven.
Last 5 games against the West, we 5-1, bro.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean
And
like,
and
oh,
then and
yeah,
then the top 5 teams out the West at that,
Right.
three
except
and
oh,
0, 3-0 last week against the top five. We beat the number 2, 3, and 4 seed in the West currently.
right. Then we beat the Kings, lost to the Lakers, and then beat the Rockets.
Yep.
Hmm.
So you know
The
that
Kings are number 4, I believe. The Kings are number 4 in the West, I believe.
we the second
Oh
best
no, they
team in
went
the
to
West.
eighth. We are
Listen,
the second
man. They
best team in
said,
the
"Yo,
West.
Uncle Paulie." They said we couldn't beat teams in the West. That's what they said.
They
No,
lied.
we beat the Grizzlies,
Yep.
the Nuggets,
Yep.
and the Rockets in the
We
Yep.
beat the
same
Nuggets.
week.
Didn't we
The
Yep.
beat the
same
Nuggets?
week.
We beat the Nuggets
Sweep. Get the
twice. We
We
broom.
beat the
Get
swept
the
the
Nuggets.
broom
Nuggets
for
this
the
season.
Nuggets. Get the
We
broom for the Nuggets.
right
Sweep.
Yep.
Wait,
swept
hold
the
up, hold up.
Nuggets.
Not going to get the broom.
He's gonna get the
Hold up,
broom
hold up, hold up, hold up,
with the
hold up.
dustpan, and
Nah,
yeah, and the
nah, nah,
dustpan.
nah, nah. Hold that, Denver. Hold that.
Yeah, and he got a blue one too.
That's how you know Kev know his brother, man. He said it.
And
I don't need the
absolutely,
broom.
Darlene, he has to play consistent for sure.
That's a fact, darling. Consistency is the key to everything, you know? Um, I mean, if it
Salute,
ain't nothing
salute,
else,
Cornell Marshall. Salute.
if
Appreciate you for pulling up,
is there anything else y'all want to touch on, guys?
man. Just keep Mitch, man. Stop trying to trade my guy, bro.
No, we
That's
should we
about
should
it.
talk about that for a second because
Wait,
it's
yeah,
getting
because
out
the
of
trade
control.
and the trade deadline is Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday, 4 p.m. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yep.
Let's talk about it
So
real quick.
it's all over social media. Mitch is getting traded. Sims is getting traded. Um, I mean, I don't put anything past this front office because for the last 2 seasons, come trade deadline, they have made remarkable trades. So I put nothing past them. I just honestly don't see them trading Mitch. And not because he's my favorite and he's been my favorite for years. But I think that our front office understands the importance of what he brings to the team. And
Hmm.
what he brings to the team is absolutely what we're currently missing. So I don't think that they're going to make a move on him as this trade deadline comes. Maybe Sims, but then when I think of Sims, I don't know that he has any value to bring anyone that would do anything for us. You know what I mean? So it's like, what will we get in a trade for Sims? Like a one-on-one trade, not include something else with him. You know what I mean? But
That's
I
why I wish we
definitely
could pull
don't
up the
think
trade machine.
I, I don't think Mitch gets traded. Not this season anyway. What you think,
Yeah,
Kev? He's hold on, you muted.
Yeah, my
There
bad.
you go.
go ahead, Kev.
Nah, I agree. I don't think I would like to see Mitch. We didn't even get to see him play yet.
Right.
I want to see, like, I'm really curious to see what he's gonna bring for us this year. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see what we could do. You know what I mean? Um, and I know he wants his get back for what happened last year. So, I think he's gonna come full of energy. Um, and I think that you just add in a piece that we need to put next to Karl Anthony Towns, where it's only gonna help us defensively and rebounding wise. You know what I mean? And not only that, protecting the paint. Lately, guys has been killing us in the paint, and I think that's because of I think that's where I think Mitch could come into play and help us down the stretch, man, because we lack that. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, man, I think Mitch is a Nick, man. Like, that's the guy we drafted. We basically developed Mitch.
Hmm.
I'd be mad to see him go, but if that's what Leon wants to do, I trust Leon. Whatever decision he makes, I believe in Leon. I trust whatever he does, and I leave everything in his court.
Leon Rose, I know you silently cooking up something at your desk right now. I know there's something on your desk right now that you possibly thinking about making another move. All I can say is we need to keep this guy in the Knick uniform. You gotta find a way to develop Mitch Robinson offensively because defensively, he's there. It ain't much that Mitch got to work on for him to be more well rounded as a player. He just needs to work on his offense and get himself a little bag, a little jump shot, a little post up game, a little mid range, and Mitch will be just fine.
Mhm.
So it's and again, let me point out that there is not much trade wise that the Knicks can really go after because trades have to be dollar for a dollar. And again,
Mhm.
there's another factor that we're forgetting. You know that empty roster spot sitting there, right?
Mhm.
Guess what, guys? Let me say this now before it happens. In a couple of days, I bet you the Knicks fill that roster spot with a TJ Warren.
Mhm.
I bet you any amount of money.
I just
Once
think
his
that when it comes to Mitch though, and you know the offense, I think we done passed that already. I don't think we never gonna see much of that. I think with
nah,
the
I
lobs,
don't.
with the lobs and stuff, yeah. But we're not gonna see Mitch shoot jump shots, bro. We're
Right.
not gonna see that
And I
from
don't think
Mitch.
we need to though. Like
No,
with
we
this
don't.
team as they're
It's
constructed, we don't need him to because we have Cat, we have Jalen, we have Josh that can shoot, we got McCall, we got
Right,
everyone else can shoot. If now it's gonna be up to everyone else to get him involved, right? Because Mitch is gonna get a lot of points with putbacks as always, and then on times when and other times throw a lob up to him every now and then, and not to put it on JB, but it is on JB because he's the point guard, right?
right, right.
Or Deuce or Campaign at the time, whoever's the point guard at the time, that's on them to get him involved. And I think, to be honest, that's the one piece that if I had to criticize JB's game, that would be the one area where I would criticize is that he doesn't involve his bigs. He involves everyone else because
But not
he
his big.
passes the ball well. He's
hmm
he's his assist numbers are up. But when it comes to lobbing it up to the big man, he doesn't do it. Um, and I don't. To me, that's a easy thing because we have bigs that you could throw it anywhere near the rim and they
And
got it.
So
hold up, Fraz. But remember, real quick, a lot of Mitch's points be a lot of putbacks,
hmm
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But as far as him shooting, we don't need him to shoot. He don't even shoot good free throws.
facts.
Why we need him to shoot jump shots?
and
Like,
then and then then you got to also remember Mitch is kind of predictable in the offensive scheme of things because teams know where he's going to be at and what he's looking to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I say at least if you give Mitch a level of unpredictability
this
for
guy's a
teams to
straight hater,
have to
bro.
think about, right?
I'm not
Then
gonna hold you. This comment just gave me a headache.
wait, let me read it first and then let me deal with it. We're not missing 8.7. What you mean? Eight points could be the difference in winning and losing the game. What are you talking about? How many cardiac Knicks games we done talked about on Knicks and Ish? Are you serious?
But the thing with
You
Mitch is,
crazy?
is is a lot of it's not that though. It's the rebounding. It's the shot
Here,
blocking,
let me give you
protecting
the
the
word.
paint.
The
You know
intangibles.
the
It's the
little things.
everything that the stat line doesn't cover.
Doesn't
Right,
the
right,
intangibles? That's what I'm talking
Let's
about.
just.
Exactly.
There's a
right,
reason why Embiid took him
right,
out in those playoffs. There's a
right,
hmm
reason
right,
why.
You
right.
know, and
And
we
then
and we
after
saw the
that,
reason.
after he took Mitch out, is when he went off.
Right,
Because
exactly.
before that, he was having issues with Mitch. So
Mitch
you can
had the
say what
clamps
you
on
want.
Embiid.
You can say what you want about Mitch. I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it.
Absolutely.
I do not
I'd
agree with
also like to add, let's not forget let's not forget, my friend,
And
what
that's it
Mitch
right
did.
there, Philip. Period.
But wait,
Period.
but wait. Remember what
Right,
Mitch did.
right.
Remember what Mitch did to Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in the
Yes.
playoffs.
People forget, yo, people forget that. People
He
forget
took
how
them
he
completely
dominated.
out of it. He
Yo,
took them completely out of the series.
yeah,
Completely out of the
that's a
series.
fact. That's a fact.
So what are we talking about here? Knicks fans?
I'm
What do you
not
Listen,
mean?
man.
entertaining that nonsense.
Listen, bro. Like Mitch
Mitch
has always been our
deserves to be
starter.
here.
Listen, they're gonna slowly but surely um um bring him in. You know, they're gonna have minutes restrictions on him at first, but bro, he's going to the starting spot later on down the season. He's gonna be our starting
Yeah.
center, and they're gonna move Cat to the four, and
Facts.
that's what it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But right now he's gonna come off the bench, probably play like what you said. He's probably gonna play like 12 minutes a game to start off the season, which is smart. Which is what you're supposed to do after somebody comes back from an injury. You're not supposed to rush him back and
From
start
a
him.
double injury. And
Right.
that's
Yeah.
his second foot injury.
Yeah.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying, P. Duggan. Mitchell Robinson with Cat and Huck Porter is enough. I agree, bro. I agree, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just need Mitch to stay healthy. As long as Mitch could stay healthy, and from the looks of it, from what I see, he looked like he lost weight.
He lost hell of a lot of
He
weight.
did lose
Yeah,
weight. He definitely
he looked
did.
like he slimmed down a lot. So
Yep.
if we're gonna get that kind of Mitch, I remember how elusive that kind of Mitch was when
Yep.
he was thinned out, and he was flying
Mm-hmm.
all over the court,
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
And that's
flying
when he
all
was
over
his
the
best
court.
with the switches. When they were switching defensively, when he was skinnier, and he
Right,
was blocking them 3-point shots left and
Wait.
right.
No,
right.
wait. What game was that when he had them couple of chase down blocks off of the opponent's fast break? Was that a Cleveland game or was that? I forgot who it was. This guy Mitch came out of nowhere and did the
Yes.
LeBron James just chase down, blocked him, just like this out of here, don't come in my lane. What are you doing? You think just because you
Yep.
ahead of me, you got an easy one? No way.
Yo,
Telling you,
listen. When Mitchell Robinson was playing, our
Like,
defensive rating was top five, top
scary
10 in the
he
hours.
was
league, bro.
leading the league in
And
rebounds.
rebounding,
Rebound
Like,
by
bro.
how did
People
you
himself.
forget that,
forget?
but he was
He
leading team over teams though.
Right,
Over
right.
teams.
Entire teams.
20,
Entire
20
teams.
entire teams. Let me say that right for you.
Right.
Mitch had more rebounds that
Oh
year
shit.
than 20 NBA teams. Are you kidding me?
Yo, I knew P Duggan was gonna throw that in there. I knew it.
What?
I knew it
What
was
he say?
coming.
What he
Pause. I
say?
knew it. Uh-oh, but we need Jimmy Butler for OG with those
Oh,
twin towers.
pause.
Jesus. Listen, I'm gonna tell you
Pause.
this, bro.
My God. Hey, yo.
Nobody
Hey,
is trying to
yo.
trade. Listen, nobody is trying to
You
trade
getting
for
the
Jimmy
Julius
Butler.
Randle thumbs down on that
Nah,
one.
but
Yo, bro.
check this out. I read a
Bro.
report today. Not even the Golden State Warriors want to trade for Jimmy Butler because they see all
Harlem.
the shenanigans. Harlem, what up,
Harlem.
Harlem?
Harlem in the
Harlem.
building. That's
But
Mrs. That's the dog for the Knicks N-ish show right there. Yeah, I know you gotta let
yeah,
Harlem
hell
rock.
yeah.
Right.
But like it's Jimmy Butler. Don't nobody want Jimmy Butler, bro. You
And
see,
let's
listen, Zach Levine got traded before Jimmy Butler. Okay.
but yo, and it's funny because me and Kev was actually talking about this earlier. That's what made Kev bring it up, right? And I was saying the same thing, and I'm like, yo, don't you notice there is no market for Jimmy Butler right now? That is number one. If there was a market, Jimmy Butler would already be traded. Let's be real. Let's
uh,
be real. All right. There's no market for Jimmy Butler right now whatsoever. I don't care who you
nah, I
think.
think he's stuck in
I-
Miami, son.
he's
As
not
he
going
should
anywhere,
be.
bro. He's
He's
gonna be
stuck in
suspended for
Miami,
the
son.
he's suspended for the rest of the year. He's done. No pay.
He's finished.
I'm telling you.
Finished. Pat Riley got him by the you know what.
And just remember,
Cause I ain't
whoever
saying
posted
it.
who posted that? Who posted the comment? Philip? Philip posted that
uh,
comment?
Nah,
P.
nah,
Duggan.
nah,
Oh,
Pete Duggar.
Oh, P. Duggar. Think about this for a minute, right? Think about this for a minute. Think about how scary hours is about to come to Madison Square Garden when Cat plays four, and most of these fours in the league can't defend against Cat. And you have rim support with Mitch Robinson in the paint 90% of the time. You know what that means, right? Scary hours is coming.
Right.
Bro,
Know what I
bro,
mean?
bro. Hold on.
To try to replace
That's a lie.
Mitch every year.
That's a lie.
With
Because
who?
let's be clear.
Okay, but
If
wait a
they
minute.
wanted Mitch gone, he would have been gone in
But
many of trades because many of teams in the trades that we've already made have asked for Mitch.
Facts.
and
Don't
nobody
think
wants him.
they want him. We're not willing to give him up.
They was
So
talking about giving up Mitchell in the motherfucking Cat trade, and nobody, and they
Exactly.
said no. They said no. Yeah.
So that's a false statement, and wherever you heard that
Ain't
from,
nobody
that's
trying
a
to keep
lie.
Nerlens Noel over Mitchell Robinson, bro. You
bro,
bugging, bro. You
Mitch
bugging.
would Mitch would not have got extended past his rookie deal if that was the case.
And that's a fact.
Yo, Nerlens
Like,
Noel
let's
ain't
be
even
real.
on his team, kid.
Word. Who's signing Nerlens Noel to a multi-year deal? Not the Knicks, bro. Are
Who's
you
signing
bugging?
him for any deal over Mitch?
Nobody.
Unless I'm misunderstanding what he's saying, like
No, I don't think you are, Kev. I don't think
Yeah,
you
because
are.
he's talking a whole bunch of cap. That's what he's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, I don't think you're misunderstanding.
Capo
But,
Wacko from Brooklyn.
bro,
Lord.
but you can't say he tried to replace Mitch with Hartenstein because Hartenstein played alongside Mitch.
Yeah, and they played really well together too.
Fact.
Pause.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Oh
I don't
man,
agree with
wow.
that at all. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
But I don't agree with that statement, P. Doug, at all. I think Mitch is just as much an integral piece as Hartenstein was. They each had their own little differences in their game, but it was
Yo,
along the
listen,
same lines. It was
Jimmy
along the same
Butler,
lines.
Jimmy Butler is too much of a headache, bro. And I don't
Yo,
think Tibbs.
why y'all still calling him Jimmy? His name is Jamisha. Like, what are we talking about? I do
He's
not
still.
want Jamisha Butler
And
on my
then-
team.
And then let's just remember he doesn't like Thibodeau. Thibodeau don't really fuck with him. He
Yes.
can talk shit about Josh Hart. Just his
Mhm.
aura with this team is not gonna work.
Nah,
It's just not
Facts.
gonna work. Regardless, I
Parlay
don't
load of-
care about the
parlay
talent.
load
I
of
don't
proof.
care about all of that. And talent is important, but the chemistry of a team is more important. And you don't bring in that type of cancer into a team that is flourishing right now.
Yeah.
And if the Knicks did do something like that, I would have to question the front office. And I haven't questioned them in a while.
That's true. Because we'll tell you over here, Sis is one of the biggest critics of the Knicks front office. We're the first to tell you that over here. And that's not even being funny. Thank you. Yo, see, this is why you my big brother, Jimmy J1. This is why you are my big brother for life. Because
we
you
only
understand.
calling J1 Jimmy. That's it.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. Harlem, chill out.
What? He's the only Jimmy we know. That's Jimmy J1. That's Jamisha Butler, if y'all talking about Jimmy.
And
Butler. That's
again,
Jamisha.
this is cap, Wacko, because there have been teams that have asked for players on the Knicks, and the Knicks have said no. There has been plenty of rumors on trades where teams have asked for guys like Deuce, and the Knicks have said no.
No,
They
multiple
have
times.
asked for Mitch in every freaking trade since Mitch has been a Knick that has went out on social media. Mitch was always part of trades, and year after year, the Knicks have said no. So the Knicks absolutely would have said no to the Wolves, and this is why Dante was part of that trade.
And this is how I know they're not paying attention, because remember, even before all this happened and all the Donovan Mitchell trade talk, who was the first name mentioned in the Donovan Mitchell trade talks? Mitchell Robinson. Am I lying?
Nope.
Okay. So
Yeah,
wait. So
no.
Wacko, what are we talking about? Wacko?
Listen, P. Duggar, but listen, Dallas, Sacramento, the Lakers, all made trades, and nobody wanted Jimmy Butler out of neither one of
Whoa,
those
whoa,
guys.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said trade Brunson for torn ACL DeJounte
No,
Murray?
he's just
Philip,
playing. No, he's just being
you better be
sarcastic.
trolling. Oh, I was about to say.
And
Okay, okay.
and for the Warriors, not to want to trade for Jimmy Butler, you know, that says a lot, bro. For the
True,
Warriors, because
true.
they already got their own problems with Draymond Green. They don't need a Jimmy Butler over there.
That's a
You got
fact.
so, but yeah, man.
Hold on, because now we about to let's see. Okay, so I had to go look at some numbers.
Okay.
Even if Jimmy Butler was someone that the Knicks front office would possibly go after, this man makes $48.7 million this season. Do you know what it'll take to make that trade happen? A
I
whole
actually
lot of Knicks players.
Josh
know
Hart,
because I
Deuce
have the trade
A
McBride,
machine up
whole
right
lot of
now.
Knicks players.
Josh Hart,
I
Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell
You know,
Robinson. We would have to do literally a Carmelo Anthony type trade to make that happen, and
right?
then
yeah.
be screwed with having to then not be able to re-sign Macau.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
They ain't no championship run this year at all
but
whatsoever.
wait, you're forgetting about another thing that hasn't been mentioned. We'd be over the second apron if we did go after Jimmy Butler anyway.
Unless they traded OG, like he said, but I don't see them trading OG.
And
But
like
who
Absolutely
knows?
not.
Listen,
OG's gonna
who
be part of
knows?
no trade.
Listen though. Who knows what can happen? We just seen Luca get traded. Nobody
Right.
expected Luca
hmm
to get traded. So
But
who the fuck knows?
again, the money has to make sense. And in
and
that
it has to match.
situation, the money made sense. It was a huge talent for a huge talent. Regardless of how declining you may think Anthony Davis is, his money is matched the Luca trade. Like it
Yeah.
made sense, right? That's why it was able to be a 1-for-1 with a draft pick, right? It made
hmm
Hmm.
sense. But when you're talking about keeping Cat and JB and OG and then try to go and trade for Jimmy Butler, who makes that much money, you're giving up the rest of your pieces. That is absolutely would be the dumbest damn move this front office will make.
Yeah, but
That will be dumber than going to get Evan Fournier and
and Kemba Walker.
Kemba
Kemba
Walker.
Walker. That will be dumber than that. So yeah, people just think names, they think talent, and that's cool because there's no taking away that he's talented. The issue is
Facts.
he got a fucking attitude problem and he's too egotistical.
hmm
But then you got to look into the money. The money don't make sense for the Knicks. We would have to give up too much. You think playing 8 and 9 guys, the minute police is out now, you gonna make a trade for Jimmy Butler and have to
Oh
give up
my
our pieces?
god.
We're gonna be playing 5 guys every damn night.
hmm
Yo, it's gonna
Yeah.
be
P Duggar,
bad, bro.
nobody's giving up OG. It's not happening. They not giving up OG in a trade, and definitely not a trade for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I don't think so either. I don't see Jimmy Butler coming here. I don't think he fits with this team. And I think character wise is one of the reasons why I don't see it. But hey, man, you never know, man. You never know.
Right. But we're at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, if I may now go ahead and do what I need to do. Don't forget y'all press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you're new and you like what you've been seeing here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is set to all so you get all the notifications when we go live here. Also, Oh God, I'm not even touching that one. I'm not even touching that one.
It was
I'm
a
not
joke.
even.
He's laughing.
I know. Also, if y'all see that banner down there in the screen, that lovely orange banner, scrolling across that screen is a link to one of these lovely hoodies that you could
Fire.
purchase over at the Knicks N-ish Shopify store. Go over there and check it out. If you like one of them hoodies, get you one. Also, that's the link for where the Cat's Bodega drop will be when we hit 500
Yo,
subscribers. So make sure y'all are here and y'all are paying attention to when we hit 500 so you don't miss out. Kev, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Hold
yeah,
on.
Yo, listen, Capo Wacko. That take right there is old and dusty already. We done already spoke about that like
We
a
done
bunch of
been
episodes again, bro. So stop mentioning the same thing over and over again because people already spoke about this.
plus you ain't been here in a while, so I know you missed out on quite a few episodes
Right. You
since
only
then. So
popped
you
in.
ain't been here.
You
You
can
ain't
go
been here.
rewind.
Yeah,
right.
rewatch them episodes, brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if y'all ain't got nothing else, I'd like to say thanks to everybody who popped in tonight, who showed up to, speak their piece and watch Knicks N-ish live tonight. We will see y'all again on Saturday night for the recap of the Boston Celtics game. Y'all have a good night. We holla at y'all. Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.